Good evening, everyone. I hope your day is going great. Um, I was prompted to come on to, you know, to make others aware of things. Um, like symptoms or whatever. If this resonates with anyone, um, make sure that you get, um, tested or go to the doctor. Because I'm not a doctor, I'm just giving out warnings and whatever. I kept seeing things, back when I was a kid, and, through my teens. So I was prompted to let people be aware of, things. Well, anyway, I don't know. Maybe because I kept seeing videos popping up about, losing weight and stuff like that. I'm not saying that, what's out today isn't good. The reason why I'm bringing this up, back in the, 70s, there was a candy out to lose weight and help you not, to help you to eat less. It was called, it's a chocolate, it's a candy, and it was chocolate candy. It was called AIDS, chocolate AIDS, but they spelled it AIDS. Matter of fact, that's off the market now. But I guess it went off the market because of what I'm about to say. I'll put it this way, it was left out, and well, I love chocolate. Well, I still do, but I don't eat it as much, because one, I can't. But anyway, I ate it. And I kept eating it. And all of a sudden, they were like, why? I'm not eating this. Who's eating it? Well, I said, I am. This was like after a while. Stuff like this, please keep out of reach of children. Because during my childhood, I didn't eat much. And, I wasn't gaining any weight. And the doctors, wanted to keep putting me in the hospital because I kept losing weight and whatever. So just be careful. Don't keep things out like that. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a box of candy. How children are. I was young. But anyway, the second thing is that I wanted to bring up. I had to take iron vitamins because at that time we didn't know what was going on. And I kept losing iron. It didn't matter how much greens I ate or whatever, because I love vegetables. But anyway, what I'm about to say is always ask if you are put on a iron vitamin, for iron deficiencies. I was on it for 3 years. And I had to take 3 a day. I didn't say what was going on because I thought, okay, it was normal. I kept getting like a tingle under my skin. Then I kept getting nosebleeds or, bleeding. And vitamin E was doing that to me. I guess, I didn't say anything, and it just kept getting worse. I mean, I stopped. I asked my parents, I said, this is going on or whatever. So I stopped. With the vitamin E, I stopped the iron vitamin completely. But with the vitamin E, I took it every once in a while, but I only took one. And I took it every other day or whatever. But when I went to the doctor, I found out that I had way too much iron. So always, when you have to take something, look into it. I'm not saying vitamins are all bad. And, if I don't know. Everybody is different. I was told, oh, you can't take too much of a vitamin or whatever. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just going by what happened, with me. But if you are getting these symptoms or whatever, please stop taking what it is and go get a test to see if you're allergic to it or you have too much in you. Because like I said, it can develop into something else. Like, always ask. And always ask what runs in the family. What the rest of the family is allergic to. This way you can keep an eye on it. There's always a way you can prevent it, of you having the same. With me, I go with all natural stuff. But also ask, a doctor, because they're, licensed and professional, it's a doctor. Whatever you do, you always speak to a doctor that knows about all the, what you're trying to do. You always work with a doctor. You never do stuff natural way, or, unless you know that it actually works, and, you get what I mean. Always consult a doctor. But anyway, I spoke about, me having Crohn's before, but knock on wood, I think I cured it. I'm not sure. But anyway, I don't wish Crohn's on anyone. But I was older, and I did ask in the family who else had Crohn's. Well, apparently, no one. Or they didn't get the test to find out. And like I said, that I do not wish on anyone. I spoke about that in my other video. That's where it's like labor pains 24 hours a day. But anyway, I had to be on a medicine for it. I took it for a year. And I don't know, I guess within a month or whatever, could have been 2, my face started itching. But it went away when I, splashed cold water on it. I mentioned it to the doctor or whatever. And he reminded me, it could have been, maybe a mosquito or whatever from the sun. So I let it be. I never said anything. Because every time I put, cold, like I said, put cold water on my face, it stopped. Well, I did this for a whole year. Then within that year, after my face started itching or whatever, then my whole body started itching. But it was underneath, like inside. Then my chest started getting tightened. But again, it went away when I drank something that was either hot or cold, or, took a shower. It stopped. I did this for a whole year. Finally, I don't know what happened. It got really bad. I was itching, my chest. I couldn't sleep. And I kept getting out of bed, telling my parents. Well, my dad knew he shouldn't have given me. It's like a muscle relaxer. It's called Bentyl. So he gave me that to help me, relax. This way I could fall asleep, because I couldn't. One, it was too strong for me. Everything was spinning, so I fought sleep. When I finally did fall asleep, it was for 3 hours. When I woke up, it was early in the morning, like 5 a.m. But the thing is, I felt great. It was like I slept like a baby, or, like I had energy, everything. Until I decided, well, I'm awake, I feel great, I have to go to work soon, whatever. I went into the bathroom to go get ready, and I wasn't great, even though I felt it. I started screaming and woke everybody up. The problem was, my whole body was covered in red hives. Like, it was like I had sunburn with hives. And my body was 3 times of normal. Obviously, my dad, my parents rushed me to the hospital. And that medicine that I was taking, I was allergic to it. And the hives, the itching and everything, it was hives that was starting inside of me. All I could say is, that night when my father gave me that, he saved my life. I mean, we told the doctor, my dad said, I gave her this. I know I shouldn't have. It was like, spur of the moment, he gave it to me to help me, even though it was strong. But anyway, he saved my life. If he didn't give me that, which when he gave it to me, I don't know, I forget how the doctor explained it. When he gave it to me, all the hives came out from inside. to the outside. And I was breathing better and everything. That's why I thought, okay, I feel great, until I went into the bathroom to get ready. If he didn't give me that night, the hives and the itching would have still been inside. And who knows? You know, what would have happened. Because, I mean, I don't know. You know, if someone's allergic to something, you know, what really the symptoms are. You know, some people say, you know, it depends on what it is or whatever. You know, your throat closes, or you get hives, but you could see it, so you know you're allergic to it. Well, no, it started from the inside. So my father always told me, always know your body. Always. And I said this in another video, you know, you do research and stuff like that, but also, I did forget to put, you research, you know, like in my family, it was like, oh, I don't know what I'm allergic to. Well, you know, whatever, etc., etc. Always look up, you know, because sometimes it's out there what people are allergic to and stuff like that, or could be. Always look up the chances, you know, chances of, okay, what can you be allergic to and what you can't be. You know, and also, always ask questions, you know, with your doctor and all that. And if you're still doubtful or whatever, get a second opinion, third opinion, whatever, and look it up. Like, what was it? I think I mentioned this, that I was told by a few, maybe more, that sulfur and sulfates weren't the same. Because sulfates, you know, that are in like body washes or whatever, isn't the same because you're not taking it. Well, that's a lie. And I spoke about it in my other videos that, you know, if you're allergic to, you know, sulfur or sulfate, whatever, that you have to be careful of when you eat turkey dinners. Because, you know how everybody, every time they eat turkey or whatever, you get really, really tired? Look into it. You might be allergic to sulfur or sulfates. Um, oh, and I saw a video which brought up about the iron and everything, because I saw everything flash of what happened. I mean, I didn't remember everything, but it was brought up. And that's why I'm on here telling you. Years ago, you know, it was like a few of us, we were wearing gold, real gold, you know, 18 karat and up or whatever. If it turns green or black or whatever, you have a mark. That means that you're low in iron. Now with fake gold or whatever, you know, or any kind of jewelry that's fake or whatever, and after you wear it, if you're, like, say, earrings, if your earlobe starts to itch, and it's red or whatever, you're allergic to fake jewelry. So, like, when I found out, you know, that I came down with Crohn's, but you do this with everything. You pay attention. And I said this in my other video. I forget what, it was the very beginning. You pay attention to what you're eating. And that could be with, if you have colitis, or, I don't know, I guess to lose weight, or really with anything. Pay attention. Like what I said in my prior video, before, in the beginning. It's like a certain diet that you have to be on with, you know, Crohn's. Like no raw veg, you know, like salads or whatever. You have to eat a lot of beef or whatever. Before I found out that I had it, and prior to that, of what they put me on, and I mentioned that in the video before, I was like suffering for, I don't know, 2 years before it. Then all of a sudden, for a whole year, I had to do, you know, I explained it in the other video, the brat system, you know, broth, plain broth, you know, rice. I couldn't have any seasoning, nothing. You know, apple or applesauce, which you can't take at the same time, you know, or apple juice. Don't do it at the same time, whatever you do. And the toast is, you know, plain toast or tea, herbal tea, plain tea, nothing in it. You know, broth and bananas. And that was it. That's what I had to do for a whole year, or 3 years, or whatever. No, a year. But anyway, when I said, you know, about the Crohn's, them eating, you know, roughage and all that, and you need a lot of beef and etc. You know, again, it depends. Some people need a lot of, you know, the beef, what's in it, or whatever. I can't. I cannot eat beef. The only meat is chicken. That's it. But I also learned, you know, to get the vitamins from beef or whatever you get from it, you know, after a while I cheat, you know, with it. But I explained all that in my other video. But I came on, I didn't want to have this too long, but I kept seeing it. It kept being brought up about, you know, since I was, you know, little, which I forgot about, you know. And I guess it's going on to, you know, that I had to come on to make sure that people were aware of it. I don't know if that's my stomach. It's time to eat. But anyway, or my puppies. But anyway, sorry if you heard that. But I had to come on before I eat. But I wanted to, you know, make sure that people were aware of things, you know, symptoms other than the normal symptoms that you get if you're allergic to something. And if you're on a diet, just be careful around your children. You know, just like that, children can get into anything. So just hopefully this helps someone, you know, if it resonates or whatever, you know what to do. But again, I hope it helps someone. And your night or day, I don't know what time it is with you, all of you, just, you know, go out there, be kind. The more you do it, more results you'll see, and, you know, miracles or whatever. Just, you know, ask God for help, the angels, or whoever you talk to up in heaven, a loved one. Always speak to them. and they will always give you an answer. You could see signs of a question that you asked. You know, could give you an answer. Music, whatever. But anyway, have a great day or night. Ciao.